Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry. And Mowers and Blowers! Welcome to another episode. Today we're going to tear apart this Briggs & Stratton single-cylinder engine. It's an 18 horsepower Intech. I got it for free. That's right, free. From my friend Nick from Bellport when I went to go pick up a carcass of crap. He gave me this engine because it was blown. Well, as you guys know, I do take apart engines to find out why they blew. Whether or not there is trauma on the inside of the short block and all the other components such as the camshaft, the synchro balancer, the sleeve to the bore, what have you. Because in the future you may need another engine, and if this engine only has a broken connecting rod, well shoot, we can just go and buy a connecting rod, even though they are about $30 to $40 a piece. Maybe worth it to rebuild it so that you can use it for a future application. And I probably wouldn't buy another connecting rod unless it was really cheap. But maybe I have one in the back somewhere, I'm not sure. But let's find out after we take this apart and see the trauma that's involved. We'll do like a forensic autopsy, if you will. I've done a lot of those in the past, and those are always fun. If the damage is too bad, the parts on this can be used for future applications too. Also for sale on eBay. For instance, the flywheel to these things sell for about 50 bucks. The cover I could use for the future has a carburetor, magneto, stator, cylinder heads, valve covers. Even the starter is worth some money. So I'll put you on time lapse and I'll take it all apart. By the time we're done, we'll find out what caused this to blow. Okie dokie, can you guys see? So it didn't take long at all to take it apart, and as you can see, these are the links to the crankshaft that attaches to the synchro balancer. There's part of the connecting rod, it's part of the synchro balancer. The pin. More links. It's the end plate to the end of the connecting rod. Another link. Some more pieces of carnage. And also, this block cannot be saved because, as you can see here, with this pliers, there's a hole in the side of the block. So this block is done! As you can see, here's the crankshaft. Lot of aluminum transfer on the bearing journal. There's another broken link right here. These are always good, but I have so many I'm not going to save it. Well, what the hell, I'll save it. Doesn't take up a lot of room, right? So you could use muric acid and high grit sandpaper and oil, and you could probably smooth that out, but I have so many that I'm not going to keep it. It's a shame too, because these crankshafts could go for a lot of money. This is the governor lever. I don't know, I usually keep them, but I have so many I don't really want to keep it. Not to mention I've never actually had to change one before. So anyway, here is the piston. I tried to get through this without hurting myself, but when I was using the hammer to bang it out, I hit my finger over here. I wanted to try to do this injury-free. Free! Anyway, the rings on this piston are very good. All three are loose. They're expansive. There's no binding in the grooves of the piston. So these are good rings. This is actually a good piston. If you look at the surface here, it's not any scoring on that side. I mean, it looks like superficial scratches, but I mean, these are very small that this would still have good compression. So I'm gonna label a box with all the parts in it. It says 18 horsepower. In the future, when I have another engine, I could use this piston if the piston was bad, plus the rings, you know. And it's easy to change a piston as long as you have the engine cracked open, because it's merely just removing this pin, replacing the piston. So here's the sump cover. I tried to save the gasket, but I couldn't because it's actually decent. But over here, here is where it always breaks for a blown head gasket, right there, and it's starting to wear there already. So this was on its way out. I tried to save it, but I couldn't. You couldn't keep this either because, as you can see, this crescent semicircle kind of a piece here is busted. This is what holds the synchro balancer in place. So when the trauma happened, it broke this piece here, which means you could still kind of, if you needed to get away with it, still has half of it still sitting here, the half moon. So it would hold the synchro balancer in place, but it wouldn't be structurally as strong as if the whole piece was there. But in a pinch, you could probably still use it. But I have so many of these, I'm not going to keep it. So the sump is gone, engine block is gone, crankshaft is gone, connecting rod is gone, saving the piston. Here are the push rods, and they're in good shape. One aluminum for the intake, one steel one for the exhaust, and they're not bent, they're in good shape. I have so many of these too. So this is all Dunsky trash. The bottom air isolating tin, you never keep these because nobody ever wants them. Believe it or not, I sell a lot of these. This is the throttle bracket. You know, 20 bucks, 25 bucks, I sell them. I have a lot of them. And they sell very easily on eBay. I don't know why. It's like, I've never had to replace one. Have you? Why would this break? You know what I mean? But yet a lot of people buy them. I don't understand it. Flywheel fan and mesh grass catcher, diverter, whatever I really don't understand what this is for. I mean, I guess it's to prevent grass clippings from getting in there, but I mean, grass could get in there no matter what. I don't know what the point is. Here is the cylinder head, and it looks in great condition. Could always use a good cylinder head. This is 33R877. Okay, 18 horsepower. Looks like good valves too. Looks like they're seated perfectly. Not that much carbon buildup in this area. So this is a good cylinder head. Assumably this is a good starter. Dipstick. Cletus, you dipstick!
Cletus, you know what you are? You're a dipstick. A 14-karat dipstick.
This is the magneto I took off of it, and it is an aftermarket one. This is not an original Briggs because it doesn't even have the boot. So a guy was in here for sure. So I'll save that. I don't know why I have 1,000 of them. These are very important. This is the choke linkage and the throttle linkage to the throttle bracket, to the carburetor. I always need these. The choke one. It's really good to have. Here's the carburetor. It looks kind of dirty. I have 1,000, so I'm going to keep it. It's a Nicky. Has an excellent condition, almost new. Dual circuit stator. Dual circuit stators are 10 amps or lower for your typical single cylinder. If you had a V-twin or a Vanguard or something like that, you would require a single wire, either red, green, or yellow wire. This one has the diode in the power line and the other black one. But this is an excellent condition dual circuit stator, enough to charge your battery on single cylinder Briggs. Here is a good flywheel. Like I said, these flywheels go for up to $50 on eBay. The typical 215-700 model has a good key, good magnets. Here's the governor. Governor appears to be good. There's a little bit of plastic melting over here, but that doesn't affect the operation of the governor. I mean, I have a lot of these too, but it doesn't take up a lot of space. Throw it in a box, maybe I'll use it someday. Here's the oil pump, you know, the little puzzle you put in there. You never know, you could use this someday. And the oil pump shaft. It's a spark plug I took out of it. Looks good, no carbon wear. Doesn't look like it's fouled. From Torch. Here's the busted synchro balancer. As you can see, has a lot of trauma there. It's the connecting part. This plastic thing actually is useful. This holds the link in place to it. Can't get it out. I know you're waiting for it. Here's the biggest scorer of today. This is a perfect condition camshaft. Good lobes, no trauma to it, no damage, no scarring, no scoring, no scratches, no wear. Sharp teeth all the way around. Good end to it right here. And the key is, has a good ACR, automatic compression release. The reason why we change camshafts is because the compression release lever is busted. And you always have to replace them if it's hard to start. If your engine rotates and it's difficult to get past the compression stroke, it's probably you need to do a valve lash on your valves, or a broken ACR, which this is a good one. I have another one from an aftermarket, but this is an OEM one. Always says 579 on here for the single cylinders. So we have a good camshaft here. This is valuable. Original ones, OEM, probably worth 50 bucks. The aftermarket ones you can get for like 25 bucks on eBay or Amazon. This is original, so we'll keep this for something in the future. So yeah, I'm disappointed that the engine is unsavable. The engine block, the sump. Would have been great if the only break in here was the connecting rod. You can't get lucky like that, right? But given that the block is busted, the sump is busted, there's too much damage to the components here, it would cost too much money to rebuild it. If it was simply a connecting rod and no other damage anywhere else, you could just simply go buy a connecting rod wherever you find it, used for 20, 30 bucks, whatever. Rebuild this engine and have a perfectly working 18 horsepower engine. And you know, I always need engines for my projects because I always get either a blown engine tractor or a tractor without an engine, and all you have to do is throw an engine on there. Our power plant is the most important part of the tractor. But we got some great parts, and you guys know I always save my parts because I have them always to rebuild other things that come about in the future, or if I have too many of them, doubles, triples, quadruples, whatever, I'll sell the parts on eBay. So you guys should check my link in the description for my link tree where it has links to my eBay store. If any of you guys see a part you need in my videos, chances are it's still in my eBay store and you're free to buy them if you want, and know where it came from, know the history behind it, visually see me removing it so you'll know what it's from. You know, I'll probably just list the flywheel and maybe the cylinder head because I do sell them pretty easily. And we'll chuck this in the garbage as dirty aluminum, so it scrap metal value $2. It's not even worth it to take it to the dump. But yeah, another engine autopsy, trying to figure out why it blew. Chances are it was low on oil, overheated. Sometimes you have a mouse nest that cover the fins, or you were running it without the cover at high throttle, high RPMs, engine overheats, something gives. Either the synchro balancer had a crack in it and it gave, which knocked the connecting rod out, or it could be the connecting rod gave way first, causing the synchro balancer also caused the trauma around here. But it's one of those things. You're never going to know exactly which one, whether it was the connecting rod first or the synchro balancer. You just don't know. I'm sure scientists could find out, but I'm not a scientist. I'm just a dude that gets his shit for free. 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 And in turn, break it down and make some money out of this. Trying to clean out my garage a little bit because I listed one of my oldest gas generators for sale because I have so many. So this is my Briggs & Stratton generator. I've used it about 3 or 4 times over the past 10 years, I want to say, maybe more. It has gas from 10 or 15 years ago in it. Last time I fired it up was probably 3 years ago. Fired right up. Let's see if it fires up today. I'm selling it for $375. Got an on and off button. A fuel shut off. Choke. There's another switch over here. On. Yellow gas. Gas is yeller. Holy cow! This thing is so reliable. Go. This is like super reliable, man. I've never ever had any problems with it. Fires right up on the first pull. Maybe I won't sell it. Of course I'm gonna sell it. I've got like 3 other ones. Kinda cleaner? Not really. It's never good to see in my neighborhood. Charging the old e-bike battery. Been riding my e-bikes a lot lately. If you guys are interested in e-bikes, check out my e-bike reviews. I've had 3 so far. They're loads of fun. I just went e-bike riding, cool off a little. And look what I found in somebody's trash. A McCullough weed whacker. And it seems like it pulls pretty free. All the parts are here. Has a cover. Has no gas in it, but it pulls free. I don't think it would take too much to get this going. Straight shaft with the attachment capability. Even though I hate weed whackers, but do something with it someday. This is a Home Light weed whacker, one of 2 exact ones that I found on the curb somewhere. They pull pretty freely, and I'm just gonna put some gas in and see if they fire up. Could be just that easy. how about it? I got one to work. This one was missing some parts. This one was missing some parts too, but I have a whole area here where I have my two-stroke stuff. I hate two-stroke stuff. Anyway, I got one working. That one, I guess I'll try, but this one actually runs pretty good. I'm pretty surprised. I need the cover off of that one. Yeah, I mean, this is missing too many parts. I'm just gonna look, this is missing the wingtip nut, and that one has it. This one has the cover. I'm just gonna make one out of, 2 out of 1. And I'm gonna dial this in and see if I can get it running really nice. But yeah, not bad. Guess that's like 50 bucks, right? Instead of $5. So the stop, the push to stop thing, that doesn't work. The ground doesn't work. So I have to put it to choke and it'll stop. Kind of hard to start too, but it runs. I merely just changed the fuel lines and kind of dialed in the air fuel mixture. And so now I'm just gonna take the wing nut off of that handle and take the cover and put it on this one, and this one will be complete. I'll list this for like 50 bucks, something like that. Better than $5, right? Like I said. And then the other one I'll sell as parts. So not bad. Fixed. Got a cover on there now. Run, starts, weed whacks. Not bad. Didn't take me too long. Now it's gonna get more money than before. Hope you guys enjoyed another engine teardown video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you enjoy small engine content, make sure you press the subscribe and notification bell. Remember, it's free. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.